Okay, so my wireless keyboard is blinking red. I'm just going to charge that with my joystick cable because I'm not going to be using that soon. Good. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about whether or not I needed to keep track, like simple movements or simple actions, UI actions, whether or not they should be tracked in data or just purely done on the Unity side. And at that point, all events will, any actions itself will get sent into the data. But I'm contemplating if even a simple, like move your tile to the right and highlight the right one, action type thing should be put through the entire system, right? And I think that could be interesting. And the reason why is because there's a lot of directions this project might go. And a couple things where the project might go is multiplayer. So I'd like to be able to, if it goes through the action system and I could sort of like consolidate all that stuff in the action system for stuff that's going to go onto the server, including what tile is highlighted. I think seeing other players that you're playing with, either co-op or PvP, seeing what they're doing, like where they're putting their tile, even though the action hasn't necessarily taken place, could be a very interesting thing. One, help coordinate cooperative efforts, right? So if my cooperative teammate is moving his tiles around and we're talking like, do you want me to move him here? Do you want him to move him there? No, not there, not there. Just the simple action of going over the tile and having that visual feedback across all players could be really cool. So instead of like registering keys and stuff like that, I think really just registering that this tile is now highlighted as an action, kind of the result of the input, should probably go through into the data system. And every time the data system gets updated, the update gets sent to the viewer. It's more work, but having all that stuff go into the system, into the data system, will make it easier to sort of send it to the server and stuff like that, and manipulate it in interesting ways. Another thing where the project might go is a replay system. So, not sure, maybe not. Specifically what gets recorded and what doesn't get recorded will need to be seen. But for the same example, because right now we're talking about selecting tiles, that could be really interesting too, to have that in the replay system. So not only I'd be able to sort of constantly write a file with the new actions that are being input into the action system, that would be able to be played back on a replay in some way. So I think for that reason, I should probably consider that any change to the viewer, at least for the tile selection, be put through the action system, and update the data side. And every time the data side gets updated in some way, the viewer will reflect the new data. And if I want to manipulate from that point on, create new systems or whatever, I could always pull that from the data side to create those systems and stuff like that. I think just as a general rule, maybe just putting it all on data side is good, and creating those extra bits and pieces for the viewer to reflect what's going on. So that being said, that's kind of where I'm going to be moving forward with it, and I'm going to continue working on what I'm doing now, but I'll kind of use that as a general guideline. So I'm not going to do that with this one right now, unless I have to. Like here, this is where I was. Owner.current tile equals owner board get tile, right? And that's on a fire event, but on a move event, which is just kind of like a left, right, up, down type thing, select the tile. See, this is doing it directly. That would probably go through as an action at some point. So yeah, so let me just keep going and seeing where this leads me, because I'm trying to remember where I was. So I'll just continue with where I was, my main goal was, and see if I get sidetracked with other things again. So from that search, parse list for correct path. Right. I also need to get this entire refactoring done today and tomorrow, because I won't have time next week. And coming back to this kind of a big task a week later will be a bit painful. So it'd be nice to get all this working and getting it back to where it was from the beginning of today. So. Fire event, okay. All right, let's see here. Right, we were gonna eventually get into components on the data system side of things. I'm just trying to remember where the heck I was. Right, this is probably it here. Owner current unit. So current unit is a view, and it is a view of the battle controller. Now, the battle controller can hold data units. Yes, it can. Thinking. Is there a... I'm going to go see the factory. I want to see if... board system, movement system. What the heck is in the board system again? I think that was the previous hex grid system. Where did factory go? Game factory. Is there a unit system? No, action system, data system. There's no tile system, but it would be in the board system. Movement system, state machine, client send, okay. Oh, look, I had a board system here. Need to implement board state data. Board state data. Oh, yeah. Board state, eh? Server to reference. Yeah, well, that's just the board system. I'm going to take this bit out here. Okay. Thinking. Oh, right. I was, okay, yeah. So if I go to the battle controller, battle controller will need a reference to the views, I think. There's also the game view system. But I think the game view system is a bit too high level. The battle controller could probably be a pretty good place to keep this stuff. And will be a nice place to you know, have all the references to the, like, eventually the pooling system. Right now it's just directly. And do updates on things and what I could do. So there's like 2 different classes in this particular file. All right, there's the battle controller. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just close it. Oh, it's in the battle controller. Oh yeah, it's all in the battle controller interface. What the heck? Oh, this on-click handler. You see, that could all be outside of this. But on input handler, on init board handler, on movement complete handler. See this one here, movement complete handler? That was created. I don't use that anymore, but maybe I'll need to use it again. Battle state. So the battle state is in the battle controller, and it is theoretically a data-driven thing. Because base state is no longer mono behavior, it is actually all this bits here. And that's how the CCG project was made. So I'm using that. Yeah, you see here, select tiles. So when I select a tile, I could update the selected tile data side, and I could also send it to the viewer. But I would like for all that to go through the action system. But that's not really the goal right now. The goal right now is to search parse list for correct path. Right, and the issue I was having was part of it is in the walk movement. And the problem is that it could be a walk, a teleport, or a fly movement. So how do I handle that? Now, I could put the walk movement as a component of the unit in the aspect container. Create a container. I like that. Unit would need a container. I'm not sure how to do that. But if I can get that to work, that'd be pretty darn sweet. Let's try creating a container for walk, fly, or teleport. And it could be more than that too. It could be all 3 for, doesn't really matter. Create a container for walk, fly, or teleport movement. Types plus any other component, any other interesting data component, right? Now these implement interfaces are also data components in a weird way. Maybe that's how. I don't think so, but what if I go into iArmored? I think it's just data. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It's not, yeah, it's nothing, yeah. See, eye movement. Now this normally is the movement. And the movement type, walk and all that, references all this. All right, get tiles and range is no longer here. I'm not removing it yet because I still need, maybe if I need to like still go check how it was so I could create it on the other side of things. So that's walk movement is going to grab it from movement. And you see that listens to a bunch of things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Movement. We go back to battle controller. What is the movement? Is it in board? Where was I? Where do I grab the movement? Don't even know anymore. Is it here? No. Is it here? Oh yeah, it is here. Here I get the component of movement. And I create a list of tiles. Okay, that's where I was. Okay, let me think. If I change tiles to tile, if I change, I'm going to highlight this. If I change this to tile, get tiles in range. Get tiles in range. I feel that's already in move system. Is it? It's not. Right. Because I have to get this bit here. And movement only has get tiles and ranges here. It returns a list. So at this point here, walk has no impact. Expand search. I thought I did this already. Yeah, I did. It should be in get tiles in range. That should be in the movement system. Expand search is there. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So in the battle controller, I am going to put this as tile. And I am going to create a I can't recreate a movement system, but I can do a owner tiles, get tiles in range for, if I do, I'm just going to do it on another line there so I get my proper autofills out there. Container dot get aspect, right, it's going to be called the movement system. Comes out, and what we'll do is we'll do a get tiles in range. Right now, does this get tiles in range return? a list of tile. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So now I have a list of all those tiles that are in the range. Right, and then with that tile, onboard tile show. So this is the part where I show something. And I could still take this tile, right, in the move tile show on the board viewer. Oops, that was the wrong button. I could still use tile, even though it's expecting tile views. Right, I could take in the tile. Oh no, that's the board. That's not what I wanted to do. This one. I could, in the board viewer, I could still take this tile. And it will take a list of tile. Right, but the thing is that for each one of those lists, I need to return a tile view. So what I could do is I could do for each tiles.count, I'll just do like a conversion. So I'm in the board view, and what it would do is it would normally check against the dictionary. I believe. What is tiles normally? Oh, here. Oh, it's a board. I'm in the board view. Well, the board view is going to have a reference to tile game objects here. So what I could do is tiles.count is okay. I think all I have to do is this. All I need is the count, don't I? That I equals tiles.count. Yeah, and tiles.go, isn't that a public thing? -1. It's not a for each loop, it's Hold on, instead of changing all this stuff like that there, I'll make a override. Not sure what this remain in board view text comment thing is, but I'll just do an override here and I'll do tile. Okay, so I equals that the town, and I don't need that to be -1. That's kind of silly. Or I equals 0. Oh no. Tiles.go is actually bigger than right. I need the point. Yeah, so it'll be for each tile dot tile in tiles. I'll keep that bit of text there because that's what I need to do ultimately. I want to go ahead and grab the index of yeah, I'll do a tile view equals no, it'll be a game object actually. Game object. Oops. Game object. What the heck? Game object equals, I'm going to do a tile view, no, a tiles.gameObject reference is going to be tile.point. And then what I want to do is do a game object and then a game object. There. The old one is still there. Maybe I need it at some point. 0 references, 1 reference, it's fine. So that's how I'm going to make it show up here. And what I'm doing is I'm doing it with a tile dot, just tiles. So that's good. I don't need to get a movement component. At all. I'll take that one out too. Good. Now when I exit, I need to do it to the hides as well. So I'm going to go back into move tiles show, and we'll just do the same thing for the hides. And I'll do the same thing. Like I'll copy it and just do an override. It's going to be a tiles, and then I'm just going to do wait a minute. Here. For each tiles.go.points. And then I'll just do go and go here. There we go. Okay, good. I'm just going to put a not used here in case, because if I'm looking around, I won't really see that 0 reference. I'll see the note before I see the 0 reference. Okay. I'll keep it there though, just in case I need to for later. Good. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting the tiles in the range. Great. And I'm making them appear after I selected the unit. Let's go to the selection of the unit, make sure that's cool. So owner.currentTile equals, I get a tile from the board view. See, there's a position here that gets held. This point. That point could grab anything from a tile view in a viewer, or it could grab tile data from a data system. Depends what I'm looking for, which dictionary I'm pulling it from. Now, if I'm pulling it from a dictionary of data, I already have the unit in that data, the tile data. Well, I will when I generate it that way, but the system is halfway done for that already. I just haven't created them that way, I think. And then, so I'm performing a select tile. What is select tile? So select tile should really be hover tile, not select like I'm taking it now. I don't think. Am I selecting it in any way? No, I should rename that because it's a bit confusing. More like highlight tile. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oops. I'm going to do one of these bits in one file. So it's only in this file, which is really good. I don't want to override anything else. I just want to make sure on move event, highlight tile. Yeah, I'm gonna rename that to highlight tile, or highlighted tile. I like that more. We'll apply that. This bit here, we'll call it a highlight tile, right? And I'll apply that. And just deselect will be like what is the opposite of highlight? I don't even know. Let's do a quick Google search. What is the opposite of highlight? Nadir? There is no opposite of highlight. Tone down, underemphasize, understate. Nope. I'm just going to call it de-highlight tile. Why not? It's more like, you know, I didn't select anything. I just, that's fine. And then highlighted tile. So select unit state. So here what we're doing is we're moving around. We're highlighting the tile that we're on. And when we're on so owner current tile equals sports. So current tile is kind of like the currently highlighted tile. But am I going too fast here? Where's highlight again? Here. Owner.board highlighted tile point P. So position owner.board tile, and it contains a key. See, yeah, I'm checking though. What I'm doing is I'm checking the view, which is okay because it's the same as the data list. But it's just, I think it's just better if I just check the data. Owner.pos equals, or if here what I'll do is I'm going to check the aspect, the component dot get aspect. I'll keep the p bit. I'll keep the contains key. Tiles is probably still good too. So let's just do container dot get aspect, and it's going to be the board system. And I assume I called it tiles. Yes, I did. So yeah, if that's the case, just don't do anything. If not, feel free to highlight. So what we'll do is we will owner.pos, that's fine. We want to highlight that. We want to highlight that. Does highlighting change the current tile? Movement range. Board view has a movement range. In movement range. Huh. That's a bit curious. I'll have to go through this very carefully to make sure that I am doing what I want to be doing. See, I did these ones. That's good. Why is this one different than this one? Highlight tile is just the one line. This one's a bunch of them. If the tile is in movement range, when is that being defined? That one here. Interesting. Movement tile show, movement tile show. Did I not tile here? Okay, yeah, so I still take the data and I grab the renderer, I change the color, and I also change. There's a tile view component. Or yeah, the tile view component has a thing in it to say that there's a movement range if it's in the movement range. In movement range. Why do I? Well, I mean, it sort of sounds like it would make useful, but I feel like that's just kind of noisy. I de-highlight the one, then I highlight the new one, and I set the new one highlighted as highlighted tile. Current, yeah, the position. I'm not holding a currently highlighted tile, I'm just kind of jumping in between. Kind of feel like what I should be doing here is, if the position is not the current position, and the container in the tiles contains key, it doesn't, then just forget about it. I guess. Owner.board.dehighlight tile. Am I overcomplicating my thought process here? It works. I mean, yeah, it works. I'm overcomplicating my thought process. Okay. Now let's not go too fast here. Battle state. Good. This is so much noise. I gotta delete all that eventually. Then that's good. That's good. This is just a function of, where am I? Here. Owner.current tile. Now when do I send a current tile over to it? Right, I'm doing that somewhere. I'm doing that in the I don't even know. When I move around, it highlights stuff, and then when I fire, it'll go owner.current tile, which is a tile view. Not particularly what I want. I think current tile could be a tile view. Unit, view, content. It's not on the data side. That's kind of what, but eventually it has to cross over to the non-data side. So I'm wondering, is that something I want to do in the States? Like it currently is? Or do I still need to hold things on to the data side before setting these here? I don't know where where I draw that line, like. Tile hover event. Oh yeah, that would be pretty good too. I kind of don't even want to mess around with it. Like I'm kind of getting a little sick of it there. Throw new not implemented exception on this tile hover. I don't know why, but I kind of want to see that working. So highlighted tile. It's going to be one of these bits. And I want to highlight E. Hey, Why not? What does this want? It wants a point. That's the point. Owner.position. Oh, e.info. That's why. I want to highlight that. And then what I'll do is on the highlighted bit, on click notification, owner.current title equals. Oh, I need to update the current position. Owner.current. Where's the position bit? What am I in here? Select unit state. Oh, I'm checking if. Oh, yeah. That's a move event. That's a highlight event. Oh, an on fire event. Current tile. Where does current tile get to? Where the hell does current tile get updated? Select move target state. Wait a minute. I'm moving that around. That's fine and dandy. Right. Owner.position. But where does the owner.position get updated? It's not doing it on the move. That's funny. Eh? It looks broken. Like. Was there something else here before I did the... What is highlighted tile doing? Oh, yeah, it updates it here. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So... that's updating the position. And then what could be cool is on click notification. It'll be like a fire event. Yeah, I'll just run an on fire event. That's fine. Why doesn't that want to do it? Because I need stuff? I need this stuff. But I never use this stuff. So I'll just do this. No, because I need it info. I could always like decouple all this stuff here and do an on fire event. And I could do like a select unit state, select unit. I'll just do select unit. Not particularly using any of these thingy bits, so what I'll do is I'll just stick it in here for now. And I'll do one of these. There. Why is this complaining? Oh. There. So I can click or I can push a button and I can move around with the controller, or I could hover over them, and it'll be kind of fun to play around with. Not at all the current mission, but I just wanted to do that for fun. On move event. What state is this? Select move target. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm looking for where this thing is going. So, enter tiles, a list of tiles. Where's the errors here? If tiles contains owner current tile, because it's complaining about tile view to tile. Tiles is it? Tiles. If owner dot current tile, and that is a tile view, I believe. Yes. Equals owner board so right here what I'm doing is I'm getting current tile again. Why? Because I've already set that. Oh no, now I'm selecting move target. So on move event, I'm doing this again. On tile hover event, I'm doing this. That's cool that that kind of works. On move event, yeah, that's good. And there's no on click event. I guess not. There's probably one somewhere, but okay. What is tile in movement range list? Yeah, I'm getting really tired of this right now. I'd like to get to the idea of getting to those freaking lists and things. Oh, and I gotta do a component for the units. Imagine that, eh? I got an amount of work to do here. It's only 420. It's not bad. I'm kind of rushing through this a bit. I know I'm going to come back to it eventually because it's all set up for the view system, but I feel there should be a decoupling a little bit. Maybe. I'm not sure. Owner.current tile, get tile learn. See, the owner current tile is because if tile contains like I could do just dot point. Not even. How come? Oh, because it's really a one-to-one check. I could just do if tiles no, I could do a different kind of check though. If tiles dot key, will that work? Not even. Tiles dot key. Well, tiles must have a key, or is this not a dictionary? Is it a list? What the heck is tiles again? Oh, it is a list. What is that list anyway? Tiles in range. Tiles in range contains the current tile that I so that would be a nice place to put it as a as a tile. Let's see if I just do a tile. It's going to break other things that I rushed through there, but I kind of want to see what's going to happen if I do that. So right now in the state of select unit state, yeah, it's complaining there. So owner current tile equals owner board get tile. Yeah, but I don't need to do get owner board get tile owner position. I could do the container dot get aspect, right? And it would be the aspect of board system, right? And unit view content. Oh, interesting. I could just do unit. All this stuff could be data stuff. Content equals owner dot current title dot unit. Right? Is there a unit in that tile data? If it equals null, then I want you to owner dot current unit. Right, I'm getting the component now of the unit view. But owner dot current unit could be F12, a unit, not a unit view. Right? That worked. Oh no. Owner.state machine change. So I got the unit. I got the unit in the data, and I assigned the unit in the data. The viewer, however, is another story. But that's okay, because I'm not particularly doing anything with the viewer at this point. I am, I could do things like highlight him, make him flash, give him like freaking special effects around him if he's selected. But I'm not even doing that at this point. So I'm just using the data. That's okay. We're going to go to select move target, which is just right here. List of tiles. It's okay. Tiles equals container. Get aspect move. Get tiles in range. That's good. Owner board. And this is good because my movement tile show is taking in tiles. Normal tiles. And we're doing that with it. That's cool. And yeah, so that's what we do when we enter this state. We're highlighting the visual tile. So this is speaking to the board view, which is perfect. Right, and then what we're doing here is based off of what my inputs are now. We have the unit selected. We're moving the cursor around to select the area that, that could, where I could move. Now, current tile is a tile now, so it's not a tile view. So I cannot equal this to this. I need to do owner dot is a tile. On fire event. Now on fire, see when I'm moving around, this thing is being changed by the highlight. Where is the highlight again? Highlighted tile. Because that's what's updating this current position. And I'm grabbing tiles. Okay, that's all right. I'm grabbing owner.position, return owner.board, dehighlight, and highlight. My current position is just wherever I'm moving things around. So, okay. What is this? Select move target. Right. So let's not check the board. Let's check the same like we were doing before, container. I'm just getting a little slow here. I think I'm getting tired. It's going to be the board system. Dot tiles, and that's a point, so that's going to be in the dictionary, I think. Yeah, that'll be all right. Because what I'm doing here is I'm just checking. That'll be good. Yeah. So tile, not tile view, tile, not tile. To tile in owner.current tile is a tile view? But if owner.current tile, why am I sending it a tile here? What the heck? But no, I put this as a tile right here. It is a tile. Current tile. It is a tile to a tile. Why is it complaining about tile view? Is it? Oh, it's probably this function. Yeah. Owner dot current tile equals. Is this redundant again? Because that's what I was just doing somewhere up here. Here. No. Here. I don't know. Anyways. This is going to be whatchamacallit there. Container dot get aspect, and it's going to be the board system. Now does the board system, whoops, there. And for each tile in tiles, if tile equals owner dot current tile, return tile. Good. And up here, when I go to tile move in range, if it's not null, oh, I feel like this is going to so explode when it doesn't want to work anymore. There's so many moving parts to this. Var action equals new move action. Aha. And I perform. I'm not going to perform nothing here. I'm going to do an execution. Here, what I'm going to do, execution in move system to generate the movement necessary through game actions. And we can still move to sequence state. And the move action is because the move action is looking for tile views, but I'm going to do tile on this one. And this tile equals a list of tile. But it won't be a list of tile anymore. It'll be a single tile. Like a move to tile. Thinking. It will be a move to single tile. It's just going to be a single tile move. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to make sense to me. Okay, let's go to right. What we're going to do is we're going to send these tiles into the move system, and we're going to start parsing the crap out of it. Maybe what we'll do too is we'll just pretend everything is a walk movement. I'll fix that other bit later to account for fly and teleport. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a container dot get aspect. And the aspect is going to be the movement system. And in that system we're going to do a move to tiles, or move to, I don't want to say move action, but I want to say movement, or what was the other thing called? It was called yeah, in the game walk was what? It was called traverse. Right, I think. Anyways, I don't know if I want to use traverse. Battle controller. We're going to create it. It's going to be called two tile. Oh, I have to send two things in there. I have to send the final destination, and I have to send the entire list. So we're going to do a movement system, but theoretically the movement system, I think, gave us already all of them. Anyways, let me see. Get aspect movement system, move. Maybe just move. And it'll be a tile. Yeah, it'll be the tile. To tile and movement owner. If tiles dot contain owner dot current tile. Tiles dot. That was a little weird to me there, but I'm just going to do that and see what happens. We're not going to create an action here. And we're not going to do the perform here. We're just going to go to the movement system and we're going to create a move. Now I want to see, why is this complaining? Oh, it needs to destroy. Okay. Oh, right. That's for, yeah. Swap references. So get tiles in range. Everything's, you know, that's all good. So the tiles in range has already been set. It doesn't hold on to it though. I might want to change that. Because what I want to do is I want to do a public void move. And this is the part that's going to create. I'm just going to go to the battle controller again. This is all this is going to get done here. Movement system. And we're going to have a var action. We're going to create a bunch of actions. We're going to perform actions and we're going to perform reactions. Owner, no. Container, not perform. I don't know. What would work? Container. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So let's see here. So for each tile, this search, where's the search? Search is going to set the previous stuff, right? That will set the previous stuff, I think. Yes, right here. And move is going to have the final destination. And the final destination so this list that was made in here gets eventually passed back to the board view. I don't hold on to it ever, so I could repass it in. Or I could hold on to it here. But what I could do is just do list of tile. A list of tile, and it'll be called I don't know, tiles, I can't think of anything. And it will also have a tile of the destination, right? And then what I'll do is I'll take the destination, I will add it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new list of tile, and it will be called path tile, no, just tile path, tile path, I guess. How the hell do you make a new list? Oh, new list tile. Okay. Equals new list tile. No. Oh, equal. What? Hold on, what the freaking hell? Oh, it's because I have new here again. Alright, let's just do this. There. So for each one moving back, I'm going to add it, and then I'll make a bunch of actions, and I'll send all those actions in. Let's see if that will work. Oh, I also have to tie it into the cards I need to remove from the player's hand, because each one of those moves are going to be like as if it was a card in their hand and that they're using it. But that's for later. That'll be for later. Okay, so tile path will be that. Now I got to build that path. And I build that path by going into walk movement. So I have this already. That's the final destination. So list tile view. I create targets. Oh, targets is a pretty good, I might call it targets actually. Let's go to move system, and I'm going to rename this bit to targets. And I think for the most part, I could just copy it over. Wow. Okay, I'm going to bring this to the beginning, and I'm going to bring the move system to the beginning, and I'm going to paste this. So while where does tile come from here? Oh, okay, it's just like a create one of these as well. Well, tiles is a list. Oh, because it's not a tile view, it's a tile. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here. And then this is just going to go, boop, and then it's going to go, this part's good. Now, here's what we're going to, this is going to be the fun bit here. This part right here. I'm going to remove this coroutine-y stuff here, but it's going to do, I don't need this yield null. I'm surprised that's not. I'll keep it just for reference for a sec. Okay. So targets.count plus plus. For each target. So the targets has been built. Now each one of those needs to be an action, a list of actions. I'm going to take these debugs out. We're going to clean this up just a little bit. If unit direction, oh yeah, keep those. For height. Interesting. This might seem to be like viewer stuff. Direction. I'm gonna take all that out there. What I want is really just to send the action. If you're going to there, and it's going to send, in that action, it's going to send the tile. I guess I'm gonna have to tweak that a bit there. But all right, target the tile view from. Hold on, what the heck am I doing here? Debug I don't want. It's gonna do interesting. Hey, this is cool. I don't need the yield null. Well, for each one, it's going to create a new move action. And the action tile that I'm going to be sending in is going to be targets I, not 0, I. From to. Interesting. And why is that complaining? Oh, it's complaining about there's already one. See, normally I would do in the viewer, I'm doing a go to here because the actual tweening says go from here to here, like the movement of it. But I could just say take your current position. Yeah, I'll just do that. Take your current position and tween to this new transform position. That'll work fine. I don't need to put more than one in there. New move action targets.I. Cool. So I equals 1, so I'm always going to start with the next one in the whole thing. 0 will be its current position, which I won't need, so I create a new move action there. And what I do is I perform that action. Now what I'm wondering is what I'm wondering, what the hell am I wondering? Christ, I don't even know. Okay, forget it. I'm not going to do any of this viewer stuff. I think it had to do with if I needed to store the directions is what I was thinking, but oh, and I will need to update. Yeah. But I'll do that on the perform, and then I'll do that when I'm doing a listener on the action that gets processed. Yeah, that'll work for me. And we'll see if it works well. So that's cool. So the action is being performed. Theoretically, I should pump in a bunch of actions. Now, what I am wondering is if I keep performing actions like this, how they're going to be queued. Do I need to perform an action, or do I need to do something special to perform a reaction? I think all I do is pump in a bunch of actions in the correct order. So I kind of think I already have it. Now, I'm going to go and take a look at the walk movement. Because this is doing the traverse. It's going to perform the action. It's going to traverse the one tile. A traverse is going to look for a list of tile views which is coming in from the action. But it's no longer tile views coming in. It's the tiles is going to be called tile now. To my knowledge, let me double check. It is now called tile, and that tile is not a tile view. It is a normal tile. So what I need to do is I just need to make it a tiles is going to be tile view, tile 0. I don't need any of this. I just need to say tile view equals, I think I have a converter now, tile view dot get tile or something, or let me see. I think I made a converter. I could create one from a tile. I did not make a converter. Funny. I thought I would have. But I can create a new tile with a tile. But that's not what I want to do. And tile.point. I can do that. So let's go back to walk movement. So tile equals the walk movement does not have a list. Does it have a big ass list? Pardon my French. That never gets used. I'm going to delete that right away. Right, tile equals, oh, the board view is a singleton. Board view dot instance, not init dot instance. Again, not super sure about board view dot instance dot get tile, and it'll be move action dot tile. This might work. Well, it should. Why doesn't it? Oh, it wants the point. Right. Dot point. Right. Don't need this. I might need to change the instance bit too, but anyways, that'll do it. So I've just transferred my tile in my game action into a tile view, which is perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah, this place bit there, I'll need to do that in the movement system. Right, and when this gets, yeah, but I got to listen in here too and do stuff when that gets executed. Okay, I'll do that. Let me go to, where was I? Okay, so I have the tile now. Now, tile is an insert. This has already been done. Build a list of waypoints. I'm going to put that in the movement system right here. That's what I'm doing. So I don't need this. I'll keep that there maybe as a reference. Ooh, targets does not exist anymore. Right, but I'm not going through a list no more. I am doing a from and a to. Right. Yeah, a transform dot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a it'll be a transform. I'm changing this to a transform and a transform. I'm not cycling through anything, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to bring all these back. Like that, yeah. And my transform is going to be basically, my from is going to be my current unit, if that thing is still selected. I don't think it is though. It's going to be this dot transform, That'll select it. And it's going to be my 2 is going to be my tile view tile.center. What's it complaining about? Unity Engine Vector 3. Really? Does that take in a vector 3? Oh yeah. Oh, so how do I? I'll just do a vector 3. Not vector 2, vector 3. And yeah, vector 3 is fine actually. I'm making a mistake anyway. Vector 3 dot position. There. Yeah, okay. The direction, get direction. Interesting. Well, I don't really care about the direction right now. Oh, the height. Yeah. Oh, darn. Maybe I do need fucking tiles coming in here. But I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. Now, why is 2 not happy here? Oh, it wants a target view target. Right. So we're going to... Well, I'm not going to check the height. And I'm going to do one of these, and I'm just going to start that. And what I am going to send into the walk is going to be the 2. That's fine. I want that to go to the vector 3. Jump. Target. Walk to target is going to be a vector 3. And we're going to move to just the vector 3 over that much time. Holy cannoli. I think it's done. But there's still bits and pieces missing in terms of completing the data. Like when it goes to another tile, the data gets updated. That would be in the move system. I need to have a listener for each action. I also might need to update the movement action itself. The target information, I think I might need to change it a bit so that that data could properly change. But let me read my notes. From parse list, create list of actions. That's what I did. From list of actions, send to, yeah, I did that. I don't make a list, but I do iterate through it real quick. In that, I'm just sending them in one update function, right? And they should be going in the correct order, maybe. Oh yeah. I'm making the list here. And then I just send them all in the correct order. Okay, let's try it and see. Let's see if there's a bazillion bugs, which there will be, guaranteed. Oh yes. Battle controller is complaining about something. On fire event. Right. What does the move want? It wants, oh yeah, the list and the destination. So the tile is the destination. And it's going to want the list of tiles, which is here, tiles.tile. That will make it happier. Let's go see what other bugs we got. Unit view does not contain a definition for place. Oh, and no accessible extension. Right, so place is, oh, teleport. Why? I don't remember. Tile, unit view. Did I remove that? I must have removed. But unit view. Let me just check something. Where is that? Right, unit view doesn't have a place for place because I removed it because place is a data now thing. Which is why it's not on this viewer side anymore. I'll remove that like that. That was part of the walk as well, something I didn't, and this one's the fly. See, I didn't really update these anyways. I didn't even look at them. And this one here also is a place spawn test units. Right, hey? So, yeah, I didn't even think of that. So when I'm spawning units, this is going to be like in the board view, kind of like initiating the board. Where does this get initiated? I don't remember. It's being initiated in the board view. In it. All right, whatever. So I can't place the unit using the unit view. I need to place the unit. There might be a bit of a pain in the ass here before I can get it working. I need to place the unit in the data. Right? So, and I'm going to place it on a tile. And get tile on board view, right? Thinking. Well, no, I do need that for working for sure, because that's how I could determine whether or not I'm selecting a unit if I have the correct unit in the tile. So let's go ahead and unit is a unit view. Yeah. Let's read through this. I'm creating one walk, one fly, one teleport. However, I'm only creating one and it's going to be walk. Object, game object instance equals I instantiate the hero prefab. This is all viewer stuff. Instantiate transform.parent equals game object.transform, which is the board view. Unit view unit equals I create a unit view. Unit.place. Unit.match is fine. That's a viewer thing. Unit m.instance equals, yeah, okay. I'd rather put this in. But okay, so, you know, here I have a unit view and I do all this stuff, which is nice. This is, spawn unit is very temporary type stuff. So I'm going to create a unit here as well. And I'm going to create a unit dot, I'm going to rename this to unit view. And that way there's no confusion. And unit is going to be just called unit. And it's going to equal a new unit. Can I do that? Nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do unit.place because that is definitely existing, and I need to place them on a tile. Now place, let me just check something here on place here. I need a tile target, which is fine. Where was I just 2 seconds ago? I need a target. So I could use a point. I could do an override and create a point where I can go unit. It wants a tile, so what I could do is I could just do public void place, right? And what it will take, this one, it will be a point. Not point effector, just point is fine. Oh, damn it. I don't know why I have Unity Engine here. And it's going to be called using the liquidfire dot data types. Yeah, so it's going to get a point and it's going to be called P. And from that, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to return. No, I'm not going to return. I'm going to call place and I'm going to send it a tile. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do container. Oh man, this is getting a little it's supposed to be light, just to hold data, not anyways. Using the liquidfire dot aspect container. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just go to container, not connect. Am I not getting this right? Container dot darn it. Bet you that's what it is. I aspect maybe. I'm just gonna complain now. Just do what you gotta do there. See what happens. Did it create anything? It didn't create anything. Well, I don't frickin' frick. Damn it, a card can't do it. Let me think. No, I mean, it makes kind of sense to have it here. But I want to get access to the board system. So I can get access to those tiles. What I'll do is I'll grab the tile from using the point, and I'll send that over to place like this. Container dot, no, not container, container. iContainer, no. Here. Aspect container is a card. I should be able to just do aspect. What's it complaining about? Oh yeah, I can't have multiple. That's fine. Well, what about I aspect? Let's see what it's complaining about now. Okay, implement it. Oh, I have to, how do I do that now? Let me get a game system. Trying to remember. I have to like tell it what it is. Container is what? I'll be able to get that from perhaps an existing system. No, not in the console. System, the game view system. See here, public iAspect container. Container equals value. Maybe this is not the best way to do it. Because this is actually where the whole thing gets generated. Game Factory create. I think this is the problem about having logic inside of cards. See, there's a minion system, which is basically the equivalent of well, unit system. What does this do? On prepare play, on perform summon, on validate, on post. Where does it change the zones? Zones in the card game is like tiles, in a sense. Yeah, zones here, you see? Maybe what I need to do is do a unit system. Right, instead of having place here and yeah, just place really. I think I should do a unit system with those things in there. Okay, I'll keep that as an error so I can come back to it. And I'll create a unit system if it's not already made. It is. I already took from the minion system, so I was kind of expecting to do this at some point. And we'll just do that. I think I copied it already. No, I did not. So we'll grab unit. Save. So that'll create new errors because I did have the place there somewhere. And I'm going to go to the unit system. We'll put it in here. Right, it's complaining about tile. Which is odd. Because, oh, this was a public, right. So it'll be unit.title. I guess. Unit system. Unit.tile. That'll be the place. And what we'll do is we'll do unit.tile unit. Oh, and I remember I was doing this in the movement system. And I didn't like it because at one point I'm doing unit tile.unit. Right, isn't it here? Unit, make sure old tile location is not still pointing to this unit. If it is not null, then make it null. Then link unit and tile. Yeah, so it'll be target dot unit dot tile. No, what the heck is going on here? Link unit and tile references. Okay, wait a sec, my brain. What was it before? I'm gonna cancel all this shit out here. This used to be on unit, so if the unit.tile equals null, that's right. If unit.tile equals null, then unit.tile.unit equals unit.tile equals target. Why is that complaining? Oh, it's protected. I remember thinking protected was kind of cool, but just do get set on it then. If target does not equal null, which it won't because I'm sending it in for it to work in the first place, target.unit equals unit. Cool. Now let's go back to the idea of needing to send in just a point. So if I'm sending a point, oh shit, I'm going to need data types using the liquid.data types. Cool. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and grab container dot get aspect. Now that's working, and we're going to do game, not true, board system. And from that board system, we're going to do a get tile. And from the tile, we're going to do a point. And something's making it angry. Oh. Let me just save that out here. I thought sends out a tile. Right. Oh, it needs a unit. All right, right. Unit dot unit. Public void. Why is it? Oh, public tile. Now what is it complaining about? Oh, return. I'll get it eventually. Now what? What the heck? Huh. Does get tile return anything? Let me check something. Yeah, it returns a tile. What? Return? No, I don't need to return. This is just do that. Void. Wait, why was it complaining about return? Oh. I'm getting tired. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to have to reconvert it so to work with that new unit because I'm using a unit system and I did not send the unit in. Oh, there's just one error. Maybe when I fix this error though, everything's going to screw up. So I want to send in unit.getTile. Right. And I think in the board view, I probably am able to, I got to send it to the minion system, the unit system. So I do have game. So we'll do game dot get aspect, and it's going to be the unit system and why not? I think I could just do it like this. Yeah. Any other errors? No, let's go see if there's any other errors here. Probably. Yeah, one. No. Oh, shit. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to unplug my keyboard and plug in my remote. But I also, along the way, did make it sort of kind of work with the mouse only. So we'll see here. We'll see. Oh, my guy's on 0, 0. And my mouse is not doing anything. And I can move it like this, but I cannot select shit. Now, it's giving me an error here. On what I was just working on. Okay, well, I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back.